Hey, welcome to Slaps 360. I'm Nate Lasham,
And I'm Donnie Daragon.
and we're gonna try to do a web show. We're gonna answer some questions and maybe do a little brief history on what we do.
We're also going to let everybody know, like, when we started, some of the equipment that we used during an investigation. And we do have some questions from Facebook, from our fan page that we will answer tonight. And if anybody has any more questions for us that we don't answer tonight, feel free to give us a call, and we'll do our best to answer it for you.
Okay, sorry, this is all new to us, so what made us do a web show?
I don't know.
There's a chat room there if you want to get on there, get online. We're sitting here looking. We'll be able to talk to you in that form. We will have a phone number to call. We're also going to be giving away a T-shirt probably by the end of the show. So why don't we get started about how we started?
All right, well, a little bit of history of Slaps. We started back in 2008. Started off with just Vince and Damon and myself. We read the books, we've seen the movies, we've seen the shows, and it was something we were really interested in. And we just wanted to see if there's anything to all this. Everybody's got a ghost story, and we just want to find out for ourselves if anything was true to it. So one of the first things we ever did was we actually went to a cemetery. Which you'll find out later is cemeteries is something that we don't really do, but we have our reasons for it. But we went to the cemeteries that were included in a book that we had read, and went to the specific grave sites to see, the claims that were in the book. And we checked it out, and we didn't find anything. So we just kind of chalked it up to, it's either a bad night or, maybe there is really nothing out there. And then we ended up just doing a couple more houses because people caught wind of what we were doing. We bought some more equipment. We just started off with the voice recorders and a couple camcorders, and a couple houses into it. Next thing you know, here we are. We have caught some things, as you can see on our website, freeghosthunt.com. But 95% of the time, we don't get anything, and that can be a little discouraging sometimes because we have 24 to 26 hours of video to look over. Same thing with the audio. So to go over all that, and then at the end of the day, you don't get anything. It's, sometimes it is definitely discouraging. But that one time that you do get something, it makes everything all worth it. And basically that's what we're all about, is just to help out people as best we can.
If I could interject, Spirit Digger, he wrote on the chat, he wants to know where we're from. We're in a small community in northern New York. We're based out of Messina, New York, actually. We're right underneath the Canadian border. We pretty much service the largest county in New York. It's St. Lawrence County. Hence where our name comes from, St. Lawrence Association of Paranormal Science. The acronym is SLAPS. We get some slack for that.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Obviously, the resemblance to the Ghost Hunters, TAPS. But, we're completely different. I guess we can't say we're completely different. Everyone does similar, things. There really isn't anything really creative to,
Right. A lot of groups out there will like to say, well, we don't like the paranormal shows, or, what they do is just made for TV, which in part may be true, but we'd be lying if we didn't say that, our inspiration was because of Ghost Hunters and all the books, because we like to see what they did and all they found, so we want to try it for ourselves. So yeah, Ghost Hunters and paranormal, all the paranormal things on Sci-Fi, and that's definitely the reason that we're doing it, is because they were definitely inspiration to us.
Definitely. And did you and they can hear us fine. Sorry, we just this is our first show, so we weren't sure if all the technical stuff is going down right. One of the things that I want to talk about, I know we're kind of sporadic, but the camera we got is from 1999, and we wish we had a better one. But the money we already pour into this thing, just for equipment and traveling, it's so hard to be able to afford the better things in life, so to speak. But we really want to do this, so we figured as long as the audio is well, then we would go from there.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, is like everything that we do, it's because we love it. There's obviously no money in what we do. We've gone to Syracuse, so we're not strictly to St. Lawrence County necessarily.
Yeah, we're not limited to this
Right.
area.
I mean, we've been to Franklin County. We've been, like I said, all the way to Syracuse. We've been all the way around, and that's absolutely fine. But like I said, one of the things we do, I mean, that we don't charge for it, it's, you know, it's a little bearing. That's why our equipment isn't, you know, all up to date, and we're always looking for better equipment. But
Always.
thanks to Nate, he's pretty good on eBay, so he's getting us the best deals that
Or making
that are out
it.
there, or making it. Yeah.
I've made quite a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Like our mic stand here is duct tape, but hey, it works, you know.
Yeah, it hasn't fell yet.
Well, you know, like he said before, we started. It was Donnie and some other guys that started it. I came on probably a year later, helped out with maybe doing a website, and of course I was interested from the start. I've had things in my life happen. I've had things in my life when I was a child happen that I always thought maybe it was my imagination. So then I saw that Donnie, and we went to high school together. We graduated together, and that he had a group. So I contacted him. Sure enough, he let me help him out with the website and let me tag along. And of course, it just grew from there. We put everything into it. We're out there just trying to figure out for our own curiosities and help everyone that has problems. You know, if they're having problems, we want to be there to help them. We don't want to, you know, just shy away and think for our own benefit. We're out there to help them. Have I said help enough?
Well, what are you trying to say? That we're trying to help people? Or?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to help someone.
Yeah, I mean the bottom line, that's exactly it too, because you know, when we get these calls, sometimes, you know, Nate can attest to this. You know, we do have families, and we do have full-time jobs, so it is hard for us to, you know, juggle the two. But we do have some other members that have really helped us out. Rachel, Beth, and Rick. They couldn't be here tonight, but they have definitely helped us out as much as they can. So, and like I said, this is just something we'd love to do, and we definitely want more calls if that's possible. You know, any calls we get, we don't turn anybody down. So, you know, if anybody's got a problem, give us a call and we'll do the best. But we do everything strictly with our equipment. You know, we'd like to base everything on any evidence we might find. That way, I mean, it's hard enough to prove what we do, but I think when you have evidence, you know, a voice or a shadow or something like that, it helps the homeowner out knowing that, you know, they're not going crazy, which is a lot of the fears of people that do call us. They think they're going crazy or losing their mind, or it's just their imagination. And, you know, a lot of times it is that, you know, not that they're crazy.
No, and
but,
we're there to answer the phones and assure them that, you know, we don't believe that they are crazy. I mean, we want to go in and find out what's troubling them. So, and that's the helping aspect again.
Right. Theme of the night, help.
So we've been together what, 2 years, 3 years?
The group itself has been together over 2 years now.
Okay.
Nate, you've been with us for
It'd
over
be
a year
over
now.
a year, yeah.
Yep. And I mean, actually, when we started a Facebook is actually when things really picked up for us. We do have a website that, you know, people go to, and it, you know, does have some of our audio on there, some of our evidence, and information about the cases we've done. But the Facebook has really opened us up to different counties. I mean, we've got people in Canada right now that are fans of us, and they do interact with us often. So it's good to know that, you know, what we're doing is getting out there a little bit more, and people are taking notice. And like I said, this isn't about publicity or anything like that. We really love doing this. And Nate said we'd like to help people.
And we're trying to figure out a way to go help some people in Canada. I've got a passport. I don't think Donnie has one yet.
No, I don't.
And we have to work out some logistics with Border Patrol. When you roll up to Border Patrol and say you're going to get some ghosts, they end up, you know, searching you for a little while.
Yeah.
So I think next we can go into some of the Facebook questions. You want to do that?
Yeah, we did get some Facebook questions.
I mean, if you guys got questions, go ahead and throw them on the chat board. If you want, we can stop right what we're doing, and you can call us. Here, I'm going to post the number. We'll stop what we're doing, and you can just, you know, answer your question. If you want to prank us, that's not cool, but, you know.
Well, we'd probably do it to you. So.
Yeah, we. So the number is 315-600-8077, yeah, if you want to go ahead and shoot us a call, we'll answer it. Hopefully, if it works. I don't know. We got a weird system here.
Well, one of the first questions that we got was, I apologize, I didn't write down people's names, but you'll pretty much know who wrote these.
Yep.
First one was, where do you get your best readings?
From the bookshelf.
There you go. That's kind of a hard question to answer because it all depends on the places that we go.
Or what kind of readings.
Yeah. Well, just for instance, we've had a case in Chateauguay. The best readings that we got the first time were in the bedroom. Second time, when we did another investigation there, we got it in the living room. So I don't think it's not really so much a certain place. It's just a matter of where the activity is said to happen. And
I mean, we haven't really gone into the technical jargon of it. The EMFs, the EVPs. We'll slowly get into that as we go along. Right now, we're just gonna basic questions and answer them as they come along. Like for instance, we can go over EMFs, electromagnetic fields. Those are like a large electromagnetic field of electricity. Sometimes in the wires, in electricity through the outlets and whatnot. And we have just like a little... We didn't bring that. Figures. We didn't bring it out. We have little detectors and meters that gauge those. And the theory is that if you can't attribute it to something that's in the room that's giving the reading, it could be something paranormal. We have yet to have that happen. It may happen. We're not saying it won't, but... Right now, we kind of use it as a fear cage detector. If people keep telling us that they go in their basement and they feel like someone's watching them, they just don't feel right, and then we pull out the EMF detector and this thing is spiking all crazy. That's probably because they're getting nauseous because it's not good for a human to endure a lot of electromagnetic fields. So. That's kind of like one of those things. So.
And we're not electricians either. And I know there might be electricians out there saying, well, these guys don't know, what they're actually reading, and they don't know. Well, that's kind of the point. We use it, but it's only one small piece of evidence.
Yeah.
If it lights up, it's a K2 meter that has the lights on it that'll light up with a spike. We use that when, because we have our voice recorders right next to it. So if that spikes, and then boom, we've got something on the recorder at the same exact time, and then maybe a shadow going across it, well, that's what we would call fairly good evidence. And we don't put too much into it, but it's good to have a whole bunch of different things, little toys that we like to call them, to see, what we can use to gauge anything, ghost or anything paranormal.
Yeah. Within the realms of the group, we all have a little bit of, knowledge to gauge certain things. I worked a lot of construction with my father, so I'll see that if we've got uninsulated wires and whatnot, and an open breaker box or something to that effect. We're not going to sit there and give the homeowner advice that's solid advice. We're going to tell them, listen, we saw this. It's something that maybe you should contact a contractor and have it looked at. Safety is the biggest concern, and if we see safety issues, we're going to tell them, find a professional. Make sure you take care of that first,
Right.
On the chat board, I got a couple questions that are coming out. Jimmy, we'll just say Jimmy. I think it says Lim RG. Do many people give you problems with their lack of belief?
That's a good question because we've done different like we did with the Heritage Festival. We did that. What we get is a lot of people rolling their eyes. We get people looking like, thinking that we're crazy, which we expect that. And we actually want to talk to those people if they want to come up and talk to us because we were the same exact way before we even did this. Like I said, this just started because we were just curious. People's doubts in it, I myself, I'm a Catholic. I've had my own beliefs growing up. And I don't really think that what we do is interfering with that at all. We're not, looking for trying to raise demons from the dead or anything like that. All we're doing is just documenting. But we do get a lot of people that, like I said, just kind of are taken back by what we do. But it's not as bad now as it was 2 years ago, even a year ago. People are really opening up to it now. And it's become a really good thing.
It's funny because he mentions the certain festivals and whatnot that we do. The funny thing is that we see the people that are kind of interested in it are kind of afraid to approach us too. They want to be about it, so to speak, but they're afraid of someone else seeing them. That was tough for us. I
Right.
mean, we have to overcome that. I mean, we have to overcome this. I mean, this we were pissing in our pants before this happened. We weren't sure how this was going to go, so I guess it's just overcoming fear. I mean, and that essentially full circle 360. Yo. I mean, it's overcoming the fear of what we don't know. Also, so.
And actually, that kind of leads into another question. Are you afraid of bringing something home? That was one of my biggest things when we first started this.
Yeah,
I was
first
horrified because I've got kids at home. You know, I'm married. I don't want to bring any of this home because I myself, unlike the other guys, I've never had an experience with anything paranormal. I've never seen a ghost, and that's a big part of why I do what I do is to see, why haven't I? So, I was definitely afraid, especially that's another reason we don't go into cemeteries. But I was definitely afraid, but now the more that we got into it, I feel that we're pretty professional when we go about it. We're not disrespectful in any way. And, we all do our little own thing before we leave and after we leave about, maybe a little prayer or something like that. But,
I don't.
Well,
I mean,
that's why I say some of us.
And that's the thing, yeah.
My mom makes me carry a little rosary, so.
I think, well, and to touch back, yeah, the first time I went, that's what I was afraid of also. I went and brought, I went through Tori, my fiance, I went through her belongings, and I grabbed this, I think it was a macrame or crochet something. It looked like, I don't know what it was, but it was in the form of a cross, so I was like, oh, this will protect me. And I brought that. But then after which, I stopped. Maybe I should, I don't know. We haven't had anything come home with us. I'm not saying that not to do something. I don't know. Maybe I'll regret it. I don't know. We'll see. That's the experiment, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely a worry of mine, I can tell you. And I can tell you, Rick, who's not here, that's one of his big fears too.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to bring anything home. I mean, nobody wants to bring anything home.
No.
But I think the more that we've done this, we've done quite a few cases, and it's just gotten to a point where we're used to it, and we don't expect anything to come home. Really, I mean, it would be horrible if it did. But
and talking about Rick couldn't be here. He's working at the factory. Yeah, we all have day jobs, and his happens to be at night time.
Yep.
So he couldn't be here, and he is missed. So, because I honestly, until we get a new camera, I don't know where he would have sat.
So you just keep popping in a little picture of
He would
him.
have sat right here. We can have been matchmaker. Let's see. I guess we could take another question off the web board. Man, there's so many. You know what? First and foremost, thank you everyone that's here. We were sure. We thought we were gonna play
We
an
were talking
audience.
to ourselves.
Yeah, or just Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
Let's see. Well, I guess I can give out the phone number if anyone wants to call. Here it is: 315-600-8077. We'll take the call. While we're waiting for a call, actually, this weekend we're gonna be doing the Louisville Bicentennial. It's at the Community Center in Louisville. This Saturday, August 14th at 10 a.m. We'll have a booth there. We'll have shirts for sale. Oh, by the way, pimping out the shirts. These are for sale. Sorry, hoodies are all gone. They're all gone. I might have a few hats left, but yeah, the hoodies went well. They're just expensive. That's the problem. I got more shirts. So, but again, Louisville Bicentennial, Saturday, August 14th, 10 a.m. There's directions, I believe, on the Facebook page, and wow, 1,600 members too on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been going a lot better than we ever thought, and it was crazy. Just we just sit there and watch it climb every day. It seems it's
wicked awesome. I guess and then next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, August 18th at 10 a.m. CKON 97.3 asked us to be on the air. I think we're going to do about, to be honest with you, I think they said 15 to 45 minutes. But we'll be on the air. They're going to answer some questions. I believe they said something about, they had some stuff going on right there at the station. So I don't know if they might have us come in, but either way, it'll be kind of cool.
Yep.
I think Mary LaJoy is actually.
Yeah, she is.
She mentioned that she's gonna Mary LaJoy from Ogdensburg Ghost Tours, right?
Tours, yeah.
Check her out. I'm not sure if there's a phone number.
I'm not
Search
sure.
it up. I know that they've done
She
some
said
articles.
She does have a Ustream too. So.
We're thinking about having her as a guest to come in and talk about them. Actually, again, don't know where she's gonna sit. Maybe she'll do a call in.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess we could go back to the chat since nobody's gonna call. Unless it's not working. I may not have set it up right. Do you want to?
Yeah.
We got another one there.
Well, one obvious. This is a question we get all the time. It's do we charge? I touched on it earlier. Everything we do is absolutely free. It's just a matter of if you've got a problem and you want us to come and see if we can find, at least document what you're seeing or hearing. Give us a call. It's free. It's our time and your time. So anytime, give us a call.
I guess they want the phone numbers again. The phone number is 315-600-8077. That's 600-8077.
Said that well.
Thank you. I'm very good at that. Hey, we got our first call!
Probably a bill collector.
Oh, God. It probably is a bill collector. Why did you do this to me?
Thank you for calling St. Lawrence Association of Amateur.
Answer machine picked up. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, you're on Slaps 360. They're,
Damn, can I be your first prank phone call?
we got a pranker. Is this Beth?
Try again.
Man, I don't know.
This is
Talk some more, why don't you?
Well, you can call me Tig if you want to.
oh, Lana.
Pig. Oh, Tig!
No, not Pig.
I'm like,
Tig.
Pig. Hey, what's going on, Lana? Got a
Well,
delay.
just wanted to wish you guys lots of luck. I want to be your first prank caller just so I could harass you.
This is Lana. She's from Pistols.
Yep.
That's another local group. And we see you guys are doing a lot of investigations lately.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy. It sounds like a line out of Ghostbusters going on lately. With the dead man out of the grave.
Yeah, well, you can send some our way.
I don't know. We're pretty busy
We're
ourselves.
going to be on vacation during August, so
Cool.
Will you be on here with us?
any emergency cases, you betcha. I trust you guys.
We plan on having you on one of these times. If we can get this all, together right.
Now, can we do it where you can blur out my face like they do on those news programs?
If I get a better camera, hey, you bring a camera and I'll do that. Oh yeah, actually, we should talk about right before the show. We've been looking for a webcam, right, Lana? And I've got this old one, and I tried every awesome camera we've got for the show for Slaps. Obviously, we've got all the digital video cameras, the night vision. We got all sorts of crazy cameras. None of them want to go through the computer as a webcam. So we sit down right before this show. We sit down right before this show, and Donnie says, "I got this webcam at home. Do you think that would have worked?"
Yeah. No, it wasn't the exact wordage either.
Huh, guys?
Well, thanks for calling, Lana. We'll be in touch soon.
All right, you guys, good luck and take care.
Thanks.
Bye. That was cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
She's still on.
No, I just hung up.
I still hear air.
I don't know what I'm doing. Still there? No, it's hung up. Wasting valuable web time here.
No.
Let's see. We got Hey Slaps. Give us a call after the show. Okay, we will. Thanks.
Let's see. What are
Hey,
some...
look at that!
What's that?
This guy's cool. Stepping on You. Interesting name. He's gonna loan us a high def webcam. Hopefully.
Nice.
That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Wow, that'd be really cool. We'd
Oh,
like
it's
to.
Mike. Thanks, Mike.
Cool. Mike. Oh, from Terra Mansion.
That's the guy.
Terra Mansion, yeah. We might be doing some things there too. Any more questions?
One. I see a question on there. What are some of the rules you try to follow at your investigations? That's a great question because it seems like every investigation something bad goes on that just throws off everything. It adds another hour to our investigation. At Slaps, what we try to do is we definitely try to keep to a minimal. I mean, generally most houses we do are very small, so we like to keep just 4 people going. If we have to, just have somebody kind of sit and watch the DVR and kind of listen around. We generally go there. We like to go there first, I mean, before we do the investigation, to talk to the homeowners, ask about the claims so we can kind of get a feel for where we have to set up the equipment. And then when we go back for the investigation, we generally take about a half hour to, set everything up. One of the things that we like to do is get, if possible, we'd like the homeowners to kind of go somewhere for the night, or at least stay outside. That way, any kind of EVPs we get or anything, we're going to know where everybody is. Everybody's accounted for. Because we've had the problem before where you've got, 2 people downstairs, you've got a couple people, upstairs in a bedroom. We get what we think is an EVP, and it's just the people upstairs talking, so it kind of throws everything out the window. We generally like to keep it, we've done investigations for 3 hours, we've done them for 7 or 8 hours, and I think even longer in the Syracuse one.
Yeah.
So basically it's just a matter of however long it takes to do an investigation is pretty much our time limit. We're not, we're open to during the.
We've done them during the week. It's strenuous, but we've done them. I mean, if a client says, listen, I can only do it Tuesday night, we're gonna try everything we can to make it a Tuesday night. If it means staying up all night on a Tuesday night and going to work the next day, then we'll try it. It's based on the client. They're saying we need a megaphone.
Get Donnie a megaphone. What?
Yeah.
Am I too loud, or am I not loud enough?
He's not projecting. He's not projecting enough. I saw another one here actually. What do we think of what do you guys think of so-called demonologists? I guess that's a loaded question because it sounds like someone doesn't really think much of the. Well, a demonologist is nothing but. It's something. It is a person who studies demons.
Mm-hmm.
So we really don't have. I don't think either way. They're going to come in handy for us. We have never encountered a demon, so we haven't had to really to deal with one yet.
Right.
We plan to. If it comes down to it, we start finding EVPs that I'm a demon.
Yeah. That's what we passed on to Lana's team.
Yeah, yeah, we're going to be passing that one on.
Yeah, we've done some research on them. We've never really. I don't think we've really, like you said, we never encountered anything like that. But
so far,
yeah, I would think they're definitely legitimate because you hear about them all the time, but just something that we've never used before, and it kind of goes along the same lines with psychics. When we first started, we didn't have anything to do with them. Just not that we had anything wrong with them or that we thought they were fake. It was just.
We didn't know much about them.
Right.
We don't have any experience with it.
Yeah, and it's hard enough to just, prove what we do using equipment. But when you throw in a psychic, it kind of really makes things more difficult. But we've definitely opened up to it. Rachel on our team and Beth, are studying it a little bit. So we definitely, I think it's going well.
We're open to new methods, and we're taking them with a grain of salt. We're making sure that we're taking every step to not, clutter investigations, false positives, whatnot. We're going to try our best to make sure that we're doing a very good investigation for the client. The last thing we want is that we're running there saying, woo, booga, booga, booga,
Right.
I just had a thought, too. I just had a thought that I was going to bring up.
It's tough when you keep reading and then you just...
I know. Well, we got the chat thing right there, and we're trying to read. There was... Keep going.
I don't even know what you're talking
Oh, it was investigations, methods.
Yep.
There's basic methods. There is, running EVP sessions. One person asking questions, the other person trying their darndest not to whisper. We, try not to make so many, natural sounds, I should say, rumblings. Taco Bell, yeah.
Baloney.
I mean, there's just proper etiquette when you're doing EVPs. You want to make sure that you know what's happening in the room, so that way when we're going over it, we've had it where we've caught ourselves. We thought we had a great EVP, and then after looking at the video footage, we caught ourselves accidentally whispering.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully we have that video to prove that. I guess some other etiquettes. Well, there's a list on the website, freeghosthunt.com or slapsweb.com, but they go to the same place. No running, no whispering, no doing drugs or alcohol. Not that we do any of that, but we've had people there, not on our team. We've had that happen. What else?
We don't smoke in the house.
No smoking.
All the pets, everything, we need to secure them, hopefully outside the house, if not gone. Again, we don't expect people to just leave us their house because they don't know us. But in order to do an investigation the best way possible, we really need, everything secluded. The pets especially. Pets are, you get them just walking downstairs and we're upstairs, and you get an EVP of that. It sounds a lot different than just a dog walking. It's so yeah, just little things like that. We just definitely need to, in order to get the best evidence we can. Everything's got to be shut up and basically just us in the house if possible. And if not, we work around it, but it's still much easier to, get everybody out of the house. Just let us go, and that's the way we get the best evidence.
Yeah. There was a couple other. They're just kind of second nature to us. So kind of thinking about what we do.
We did get one question about
worms.
a lot. Well,
Oh,
that
I'm
and
sorry.
a lot of calls we get deal with children, and it's something disturbing for us because, like I said before, we all have kids. I can't imagine if my girls or whatever had saw something. So when we're dealing with kids, we really take it. Very seriously. We take everything seriously. But when it's kids, we get there. If they call us tonight, if we can get there, we'll get there tomorrow. And we've had a couple cases where things the kids were seeing or hearing, we caught on our recorders. It's not, people ask us, well, what does it mean? It's hard to say what it means. Every case is different. We're not Ghostbusters, so we're, like I said before, everything is just on our recordings. And when at the end of the day, we say, okay, this is what we found. You tell us what you think it is, if we get anything at all. And a lot of times that's good enough for people. But on the flip side of that, we don't get anything. They're disappointed, or they're relieved. It's a double-edged sword on.
Yeah,
really. We get different reactions all the time.
There's some people that desperately want to have something going on in their house, and and that's fine. If we can find it for them, we will. But if it's not there, we're not going to lie to them. We're not going to say, yeah, we found something. Here it is, and we're going to make sure we do it. We stay true to it. Because once you start lying, it's downhill from there.
Right.
Look at the shows.
Mm-hmm.
There's accusations that some of the shows are putting things out there. They're staging things. And if that's true, then that sucks for everybody.
Right.
Do I hate the shows? No, I watch them. I think all the shows are pretty good. We've got another call. I don't know how to do this thing. They hung up. Okay.
Try again.
So, when it comes to the shows, phone, lost my train of thought. But, there we go again. Hello, Slaps.
Ray.
Hello, Ray. You're on Slaps 360. She's watching.
Yeah.
I feel like we're on the radio station. Like, you gotta turn down your radio.
Oh,
This is Rachel for everyone that's watching us. She's part of our team.
Hi, guys. Well, I got a question for you, actually, which is something I've never asked you in person.
Oh, great.
Oh, boy.
So put us on the spot on TV. Great.
Why not, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
No, I'm
everybody
taken. I'm
really
sorry.
likes the English accent, and I have to show it off in some way, right?
Nanny McPhee.
And I am really disappointed you're out of hoodies, but we can discuss that after this.
They've been sitting here forever. Someone
Yep.
they should have bought. All right. So what's your question, Ray?
Okay, I'd really like to know if there's any particular haunt, any particular place in St. Lawrence County that you would like to investigate that you haven't been able to yet. You know,
That we have.
that you
Jeez.
haven't been able to get into.
Well, you know
I
what-
mean, you said you don't do graveyards, which I know.
Right. Yeah.
Is there anywhere else, such as the Clarkson House or the that kind of thing, a particular building? I mean, would you guys ever consider doing the Elm Street house
Elm Street
in
House.
Potsdam?
Nate says no. I say yes. Because I'm willing to do. I mean,
All right. Here's why, and I'm not gonna get into that.
that's a whole other show.
That's a.
An example.
Here's a reason why, and I'm just gonna go strictly to the facts. It is not safe. It is not safe to be in that house, and I would not do it. I mean, that's plain and simple. I mean, but as for other places, love to do the Clarkson Hallcraft House, I believe it's called. Love to do that one. I would love to do almost any house that's in Cherie's books.
Yep.
I would love to do any of those places, but the thing is, we don't call people. I mean, not to sound like egomaniacs or anything. We don't go out looking for hunts. We want them to call us because we don't want to be door knockers. You know, we don't want to be and you know, pissing people off because we're desperately wanting to find something. I mean, we would like to find something, but we want to do it on, you know, people's own terms where they feel comfortable with us in there. We've had many calls where people are very curious about what's going on in their house, but once we tell them, you know, that's some more of our procedure. Once we tell them that when we go in and if they do have something going on and we start poking around, it could stir up. Once they find that out, sometimes they're really not interested in doing it because they just really want it to stop. But we tell them up front. We don't want them, you know, having more grief than they want, you know?
Yeah, we actually got, there's a house in Malone that we did that I don't think you went on this
no,
one.
I wasn't on this
and,
one.
there were some pretty good claims there, so we went to the house, and we actually didn't find anything until we left that night. And what it was every time we took a picture, pretty much it would take a picture of whatever's behind us. Now, I'm not a photography expert, but I know that's something that probably hasn't been done before. Well, after we left, we got a call about 2-3 weeks later, and they were very upset with us because after we left, things just went crazy. You know, I mean, dishes flying and everything like that. And she didn't want any part of us going back in there because she thinks we stirred it up. But the one thing we tell people is, look, you know, this
that's
could
the
happen.
chance.
It's definitely a possibility. It doesn't happen often, but it could. And
it's the last thing we want to do is mislead people just to get our own.
Has that experience influenced you to consider psychics?
what was that?
Repeat that?
Do you think that experience, Donnie, kind of helped you to consider psychics?
You know, I think my biggest thing, I've always been very curious about psychics. I've always wondered, you know, kind of like the whole ghost hunting thing, you know, is that even possible? And I admittedly was pretty closed-minded about it. I never really, and too. But the more, you know, there's other groups out there that do use them, and there are some supposedly very good psychics out there that, you know, have a great resume. And so I think we got to the point where, hint, hint.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Ray. We'll continue on.
We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Well, as we started talking about, thanks, Ray, again for calling. It's funny because I'm really big skeptic of psychics, but the thing is, I've been opening up more, not just because Ray's on the team, because Beth, I'm sorry, but and not to be rude, but I was very skeptical. I think that sometimes there's maybe because there's so many wrong ones out there that prey on people with the vagueness and the prying, that maybe I'm just jaded by it. But I have had recently. We went to the Clayton Psychic Fair. Rhea, I think her name was organizing it. To make some contacts and to kind of get a little bit more knowledgeable of psychics. So we're at the psychic fair, and for those of you guys, I just recently engaged, and that plan was in motion way before we went to the psychic fair. So we go to the psychic fair, and my fiance Tori decides to get a reading, and I said, "Sure, go ahead. It's $40. All right." Donnie, he knows about my plan to pop the question to her in May or June. And she gets a psychic, and apparently the psychic all she gave her was her first name and her middle name, and that was it. And she went on to tell her everything about me, everything, how I am, how and then she went into, "You're not married." She goes, "But that's going to change in May or June." Now she comes back and she tells us this. Mm-hmm. And she looks right at me, and without skipping a beat, she goes, and she says it's going to change in May or June. And I said, "Wasted your $40. And as I'm looking over her shoulder at Donnie, he's going, "Oh my God." And I think now I'm a little bit more opened up to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, we expect people to be open to what we do. So what kind of people would we be if we just, we're closed-minded, like, no, everything we do is real, but everything else is just fake, So I just think, we just have to keep an open mind with it. And we don't use it, on an investigation like, "Hey, everybody, we have a psychic." It's kind of like we call back pocket psychic.
Yeah.
Everything is evidence first, go over the evidence, and we let them kind of go off and do their own thing with a voice recorder when nobody else is around by themselves. And then they document everything, and then after the investigation is done, then they're going to go over and, compare notes pretty much.
I see Stepping on You wrote, "First rule, if they charge, then they're a sham."
Yep.
So
exactly.
I think you're referring to psychics. I think you might be referring to psychics. Are you?
Yeah.
Or you could be referring to paranormal research. I don't know.
Well, I think both ways.
Psychics. Okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. I mean,
that's good lag time. That's
yeah.
Right.
I mean, not to say that every psychic that charges. I mean, some people do need to make a living, but I say this because I have great respect for Belle Salisbury, who used to live here in Messina, and she was she was one that really got us going, and I think she's she's a great lady. She's very sweet. She lives in North Carolina now, but and people have the greatest things to say about her. I personally never got a reading from her, and again, I'm pretty skeptical about it, so I can't say as to whether or not it was legitimate or whatever, but I truly believe that she is, and a lot of people, like I said, can back me up on that.
I can't believe I didn't record this at all.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, we got it up there.
Uh-huh.
I forgot to hit the record button, so yeah, I can always use that. We've got a second camera up there just in case, but sorry, my OCD. I saw down here. I saw up here. I feel funny about saying some of these names. Tootie Butts says that her 4-year-old saw someone in the kitchen the other night. Now, are you referring to something that might be paranormal or stranger walking into your house? Because that can't be good either. And if that happens, don't call us. Call 911. Okay? If you see dark shadows and they're not disappearing, call 911. Okay?
But I mean, I see that on there, and that's actually one of the things that generally when they say that their kids are seeing things, there's usually a loved one that just passed or whatever, and the research that we've done is basically that the kids, because they're so open-minded, they're innocent. They can see these things just like it's just anybody else. No difference between dad or grandma who died 3 years ago, and they actually tend to forget this for the most part. So I think that's why a lot of these kids are seeing that, just because of their innocence. But of course, then a couple of cases that we had nothing to do with anybody that previously died that they knew. It was more on the bad side, we should say. So, but we do get a lot of calls concerning the kids.
Yeah. We've actually gotten recent calls about no, I'm sorry, I didn't have it pulled down. No stranger, he sees what I feel. Oh, okay. We've also gotten calls about kids that had possible abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're still working on that. We're not sure how we're gonna approach that. We've got calls with people that are concerned or they want help for their children that possibly are sensitive. Is that the word? I mean,
yeah. I
guess this is where we should have Rachel or Beth here.
Yeah.
But we're working on that. We're trying to figure out a way to do it. There's a lot of things to go with that. Legal issues. These are minors. We can't just start having kids show up and stuff like that. It's I know there's a TV show about it, but
right.
We got to work out the kinks, and we'll probably talk more about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, 18 and up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says yeah.
Have you had anyone call you that has set up? Actually, that is a great question because we did. The question was, have you ever had somebody that has set up a haunting? I'm not going to give any names or anything like that, but this was about a year ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember. That's right.
It was about a year ago. And
it was in a town in St. Lawrence County.
Yep.
We'll say that.
And what had happened is
we can describe it.
They thought they had, well, I don't know.
Why not? We don't.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have any. We can describe it. All right, so we went to this place with two characters, okay? Because there's some funny stories here.
Yeah.
So there was these two characters. We'll say we'll say Reba and Travis Tritt.
All people to choose.
I don't know. I don't know why I picked country. That's so weird.
I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to get the age range, but I guess that doesn't work either. Anyways, Dolly Parton and Travis Tritt.
Get better.
Okay. So, anyways, they called us. They said they had some crazy stuff going on. They even had footage. They even had their own footage. So we Hecky and Jackie.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Oh, is that what it said?
Anyways, yeah.
See.
Okay. All right.
So, anyways, they had us. Let's get back. They had us come in, and they had their own footage of everything. They had stuff flying off the walls. They had doors moving, and it looked great. It was great footage. I mean, we were psyched,
We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into.
Oh, we were.
Isn't that the truth?
So we set up our cameras. Now, and here's the funny part. We'll say Dolly. Dolly says, the ghost. I can't remember what she called the ghost. We'll say, oh yeah, that's right. How did they know? Someone. I don't know who that is, but they know who.
Yep, they got it.
The flying bra. Yeah, Eugene lives. Anyways, so they tell us that we'll call the ghost.
I think I know who that is.
Jack. We'll call the ghost Jack. So Jack.
I got it. Didn't
So Jack. That's funny. So Jack. He's a like almost like a poltergeist type. He's always doing stuff. And when we walk in, what was her daughter? She was like 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
Her daughter's sitting right there, and she says right up front, "Yeah, Jack doesn't really do much when my daughter's here." So we're thinking, why invite your daughter?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't understand that. So regardless, we decided to start, and of course they weren't going to leave. They didn't feel comfortable, which we understand. I mean, as long as we know where you are, that's fine. So we knew where they were. But from the start, she's yelling and talking. Come on, Jack! Come on! Come on, do something, Jack! Come on, Jack! I'm not afraid! Do something for these guys, Jack! So we started poking around the house, and we find that, go ahead, on the other side of it, yeah. I wasn't, I saw, you're the one that discovered that.
Which one?
The hole. Where...
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, the hole in the wall. They had it's a trailer. It's just a single trailer, and in the hole there was like this little piece of paint, or I don't know, some. Anyways, they in the video.
Glory hole.
Glory hole, yeah.
Yeah, it was a glory hole.
You
Man.
could call that, but it was a little high. So it would blow around, and come to find out that it was somebody's finger in it, just kind of poking it around in the video that they showed us.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of the hall, at the same time that we saw this little glory hole, on the doorknob, there's a bra. It's just going just like this. Now, mind you, when we first saw this video, we thought, wow, Well, come to find out.
I think they're just saying something to make us laugh.
Yeah, stop figuring that out. Well, come to find out, anyways, that this bra was due to a fan that was inside in the room, and it was blowing and it was moving the door just like this, and we didn't even let on that we knew, but we knew. I mean, it was it was like a half hour, 45-minute trip from Messina, 11:30 at night. So, but that was the only time we ever got set up. But at the same time, it really made us mad to think that,
The best part was when this, we'll just say range from 50 to 70-year-old person of the female persuasion said, "Oh, Jack really comes out when I get in the shower. Let me go get in the shower."
Yeah.
Donnie got all crazy about that. He couldn't wait.
Actually, I think Damon went in.
No, Damon wasn't there.
Damon was, yeah.
No,
Damon,
it was
Gerald and Damon.
Damon was there too?
I think so.
Damon, were you there? I don't remember. Oh wait, yes, he was there, wasn't he? I don't know. Anyways, no, it wasn't. No, actually,
No.
we were thinking about actually letting her do the shower thing. We were just gonna throw a camera in there and let Pat or Damon go over the footage.
But I mean, basically, what
didn't.
it was is she swore that if you go, if she were to take a shower, then
That we would see stuff.
obviously
happen.
not videotaping her. I mean, videotaping the.
I don't know.
But so it was just odd all around, and
Yeah.
we never let on that we knew anything. We just kind of said, "All right, thanks for your time," and we kind of left it at that. Needless to say, we didn't find anything though in the evidence, aside from the fan and the little poke hole.
Yeah, and I mean, we called them, let them know that we really didn't catch it. We didn't catch anything. I mean, we had everything out. We still ran it professional. We didn't, it wasn't a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And to tell you the truth, we laugh about it now, but at the time, once we figured out what was going on, we weren't very happy about it. I mean, aside from what we thought was funny, now that we talk about it, we weren't happy about it. In fact, we seriously thought about, are these the type of people are we going to get all the time,
Right.
So, again, it's a funny story now, but at the time it was not.
Yeah, I mean, and for the most part, they were nice people. I mean, they were
Yeah.
inviting. We're not saying anything bad about them. It's just a matter of, why did they go through the trouble to do this and call us, but the good thing for us is we found out what it was.
Yeah,
it's not like we just told everybody, hey, look at this great evidence. We were able to debunk it really fast.
And that was a while ago. I mean,
Yeah.
and we've never heard from them since.
No.
They maybe just, wanted someone
They
to come
could have
over.
just been testing us. Who knows? I mean, it's not like we have hard feelings towards them, but, it was just a big waste of time for us.
Well, we started. We were going to do a half hour, and we did an hour show. We got 6 minutes. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll talk about some of the other things again. Again, just wanted to remind everyone, this Saturday, that's the 14th, right? Yeah. This Saturday, the Louisville Bicentennial. I mean, it's the town's bicentennial. They're going to have so much stuff out there. It's going to be, parade, kid stuff, all the regular fair type foods. Those are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need it.
Speak for yourself, bro.
But it's going to be a good time. We'll have the t-shirts. Like I said, I'm all out of hoodies, guys. Sorry. I tried. Maybe,
You gotta give Brittany hers, though. She put it on there.
I already get... What do you mean?
We'll talk about it after the show.
I gotta... All right. Anyways, I got no more to sell right now, okay? Anyways, you got me all set. I think I have a hat or two. We might be able to work out something. The hoodies are $30. The hat or the t-shirts are $15. I got all sizes, man. This stuff goes back to what we do. I used some very important money that Tori was not happy about me using. What else? So the bicentennial this Saturday.
CKON next Wednesday.
CKON
10
a.m.
10 a.m.
Yep.
Yep. Yep, there it is.
It's gonna be me, him. We're hoping with it.
I don't think Rick can make it because he is working that
Okay,
week.
so Rick's got to go to the factory again.
And Rachel and
So we'll probably have. I mean, Donnie and I will be there, and maybe someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a little thing for that, but if you go to our Facebook, freeghosthunt.com, anywhere. Check out the link for the paranormal. Oh shit!
Oh, it's a family show.
No, I know they couldn't hear me there. I accidentally went to a screenshot where you can't hear me, so they didn't hear me. I'm sorry. There's a paranormal expo in Plattsburgh in October. I think the 26th.
Oh, yes, 26th.
October 26th, Paranormal Expo. It's being held by Nipers.
Mm-hmm. Meryl McKee runs that
Meryl
one.
McKee, shout out. What's up? It's a great. That is by far the best event that we do. It's awesome. Meryl does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bounce house. There's clowns. I think a little haunted walkthrough. Like that. Did that.
I was following you.
Yeah. Many vendors. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is a paranormal expo, but it's not.
You can bring your kids to it, and they're gonna have stuff to do all day. Everything is cheap. You get their face painted. You can dance. There's a little haunted house, a jump house. Something for everybody to do there. You can get your psychic reading done. You can come talk to a paranormal group. They even do little lectures. We're gonna be doing a lecture too.
There's authors. Authors
Mm-hmm.
will sign books. I brought my 2-year-old and my 10-year-old, and they both had a blast.
Yep.
I mean, they do a Halloween exchange, costume exchange, where they you bring in an old costume and they'll exchange it, and they have new ones there sometimes. I mean, I think Brendan grabs some stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a free thing, the costume exchange. They kind of want you to drop something off to take something, but I mean, it's to help out kids and stuff like that. Still, I mean, I know it's a trek to Plattsburgh. That's nothing. It's like an hour and a half.
It's definitely worth it.
I
mean,
it's gonna be
definitely
cool.
take the day off, or just take, make a day of it because it's a great time. It really is. And Meryl, like you said, Meryl did a great job with it last year, and I really enjoyed myself, and we actually got a lot out of it too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's gonna be other investigators there. I saw his page today.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's quite a list of investigators, so you can kind of look around and see what everyone else is about. I mean, it doesn't hurt. We're all out doing the same thing. No animosity.
Nope.
Sorry. Sort of.
Nah.
No, we're good. So, I guess this is it, man.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for tuning in to us, and we do have some things we need to tune up here a little bit, but
Yeah, like
I
that
think for the most
webcam.
part-
That you
Yeah, the
didn't bring.
webcam.
That would have been nice.
See if we can get another one.
I don't know. It's kind of grainy. What do you guys think? Thanks for showing up. I guess I lost the bet, but hey, it was close. It was really close. We hope to do another one next week. I think we're looking at Monday, but if it changes, we'll post. I think Monday's a good day right now.
See if we can get some guests in here and different paranormal groups, so we can kind of compare notes and see what they do compared to us. So definitely stay tuned.
We have a lot more planned. More equipment reviews, case files. We might even do a little parody skits. But, we've got some things we're thinking about.
Yep.
We're thinking about. I will not do Windows. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.